Welcome to our Revelation Happens. This is going to be our Q&A, our question and answer session. I just scheduled every Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're Eastern, that's noon. So if you've watched our videos, and let's just switch over to what we're talking about here on YouTube. It's Rev9 Video is the channel, and the website is angloisrael.com. We have the videos on this link here, which will just take you to Rev9 Video, and we also have the channel for Pastor Dr. Ramsey, and I have a number of links here for other pastors who I hope to come in on our Revelation Happens. Here's our first, actually this was our first one. Let me just open those up and we can take a look at their first and second. Okay, so that's first over here. So this was our first meeting. Did it April 21st, 2020. It's going to be every Tuesday and every Thursday. I guess that's not a problem with my bandwidth here running that. And then we're going to do a question and answer. I just scheduled a question and answer for every Sunday at 11 a.m. Same thing, Central Standard Time, which will just be a 30 to 40 minute brief time where I'll take questions and we can answer some of it live. The idea is to answer people's questions, take questions 1 week, kind of get down the context of what you want to know. If I could answer something, I would, but otherwise, I would just try to get as clear a viewpoint as I can from you as far as what you want to know. And then the various teachers I have on, maybe somebody will have a good answer for that. We'll cover that in either our Tuesday or Thursday show of the following week. Whatever amount of time it takes just to look into it and come up with a good answer for your question. Some things I could answer right away. So the other idea here is that you'll have access. It won't be just me. I do have a lot of videos already on my site. Here, let me just stop this. And let's just look at the second one here. So this was our second meeting. So this is what we're going to have. That one was 33 minutes. So we're going to do 2 meetings a week, 30 to 40 minutes with whoever we can get on as a teacher or a pastor. Let's just close that. We already know the website, so let's just close that. And most of the questions, I'm hoping, will already be answered on the website and some of these other videos. Now, if we scroll down and look at what's already here, of course, I've been putting videos up for 7 years. That's kind of when I started in Revelation. So it was about 2011. So I kind of did these in a series, and these summary videos, part 1, as you can see, part 2 up through part 10, are going to answer most questions that people would have on Revelation. I really cover a lot of material in those. So when we get your questions, we'll come back and we'll look over what I've already done. So I'm kind of going back through some of these old videos. And so maybe I'll try to make a topical index of what's the basics of what's already on the videos, so make it easier for people to find. And then I could post that as either a video or a chart. So either way, of course, I should look at the charts here and show that because the thing about the charts, they're on my website. And if you just scroll down, actually I've got some good information on this virus thing, how to treat yourself, kill all viruses, bacteria, fungus, yeast, mold, with ozone. So not too many people know about that, and they should. So I put a lot of interesting things on my site about the tour to the real Mount Sinai in Saudi Arabia. I don't really know how that's going, but we did have a tour there. So I've got all the information on that. And then you get down to my charts, my free Bible charts. And if you click on these, you'll see they'll just open in PDFs. And then you can resize those. And you'll have a lot of good information here. And most of my videos refer to these different charts. So all those are loaded right here. And then the other ones, those are PDFs. And the ones below are JPEG images. So a lot of these are charts that I made years ago. And yeah, there you go, full size. Oh, I have to, thought I could just pull that with a mouse, but I guess not. At any rate, New Testament context. So that looks pretty good. It's actually, the real size of the chart is 4 foot wide by 5 foot tall. So they were hand-drawn charts, and I teach off of those charts on my videos. So that's what I have. If that works for you, that's good. If you have questions, bring them on. I'm not trying to start a big controversy. Just if people will come on and just ask the questions they need answered. You should look over my chart and try to, or my site, and try to get an idea. Look at some of these videos, kind of get an idea for what the Christian Israel message is, because the point of a lot of people's questions are going to be based on the fact that if you don't know the Christian Israel message, that basically a lot of the, or pretty much all of the prophecies apply to Christian Israel versus the Israelites who rejected Christ. That's what most of the prophecies, they don't apply to the world. They really start with the Abrahamic covenant from Genesis to Revelation. That's what we're trying to show in these videos. So that's the context. If you look over these videos, you'll get a good viewpoint of what this is all about. And actually, these ones we did here on Truth with Christ, I don't have, if you see here, it starts with show number 4. So I don't have 1, 2, and 3 on here. And these cover all the basics, the background of all this message on this Truth with Christ YouTube channel. But he's got them, the ones we did originally, he's got over here in this playlist. So if you go to this Truth with Christ, as you can see up here at the top, you come down in here in this playlist, and ours was the first one, Anglo-Israel playlist. If you go over here to the Anglo-Israel playlist, you've got 1 through 7. And these are really good videos, especially like 5 and so forth. I've covered so much material, it's amazing in these old videos. Just these, really these 6 videos. And then we did one with Pastor Ramsey. So this alone would be almost all you need to understand right here, to understand the Christian Israel message. So that would be a good place to start. Starting at the bottom of my channel and working up would be a good place to start. That'd probably answer most of your questions. But we'll be live on every Sunday. That's the way I've got it set up right now. A recurring meeting every Sunday, and you will have to, not really sure, you just have to send me an email, I guess is really the only way. So, oops, it's David at angloisrael.com. You'll just have to, and I've got that on my website here. Just trying to think how far down you got to go to find my clickable link. I should probably move that up to the top there and put a clickable. Here's one right above. I've got a whole section on natural healing doctors. So right above that, I have a clickable link where you can just send me an email. And there's actually a few of them on here. I have a lot of good information on here on things other than Revelation. A lot of things on healing, I've got a lot of doctors listed here that heal do ozone treatments. As Dr. Rowan was the one that, if you recall, that this last pandemic, viral pandemic, was healed with ozone. Well, most people don't know that. They're watching TV. They don't realize that the Ebola pandemic was healed with ozone, and that all went away. And that was a big scare until all those people were healed, and that was also a bioweapon. Ebola is so. Why don't we just use what we healed the last one with? So we talk about all kinds of topics on these shows, but all this is relevant to Revelation as well. So I hope you join us and send me an email, and I'll get you in. Tomorrow, of course, is our first meeting, so you'd have to do it pretty fast if you went on Sunday's meeting. But I might be able to come up with a way to speed this up. But send me an email. I can get you on the first meeting or one of the following meetings. Either way. All right. Well, that's all we got for today, and wouldn't mind having a sponsor as well. That would be a great thing. This Zoom meeting is a good place to meet, but the thing is, if you want to go for longer than the free version, only gives you really up to like 40 minutes. So if you want to go for an hour or 2 hours or something like that, you have to have a paid meeting. So the best way to do that's $150 a year to get a paid account. So we wouldn't mind having a sponsor on our meetings for Revelation Happens, and then we could go and do a lot more than what we're doing right now. So if you're interested in being a sponsor, basically I could just give you like you could have here. Let's just go over to this. You could have something like this. You could have a 30-second intro, and then just a still like that at the end of the video, and twice a week, well, plus the question and answer, we could put you up on my channel, and every video would have your little commercial at the beginning, and you're still at the end with your website and so forth on it. So we would be glad to take that. So I would be glad to consider that. So all right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you this Sunday if you make it.